Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Treetop Garage. My son was over today. He just left. Our first part of the day, his car, his Cobalt SS, transmission kind of went out on it, manual, went out on the thing. So I had to go rescue him and pull it off the freeway and get it to a secure location so we can have it towed over to here to the house, hopefully the next day or two. But I went and picked him up. After we pulled his car off the freeway, he came home, over here to the house with me, and we worked on a lot of the wiring today. I did get some stuff. I actually went to the auto parts store, 2 different auto parts stores, bought a bunch of different things for the wiring and other stuff I needed, and we did a lot of that today. So let me pause you, and we'll walk around. I'll show you kind of what all we did. He did some stuff with the wiring when I was doing other stuff, so let me show you what we did. I'll be right back. Hold on, guys. I'll pause you. Alright, guys. So one of the first things I did was I pulled that heater box out of under the dash. I pulled it out. I sanded it all down, and I painted it red. I have all the vents closed right now. I figured it'd be easier to paint. So I just painted it with spray can red, the same stuff I used on the transmission and some other parts. And it came out really, really good, actually. So that's drying right now. I put the last coat on probably about an hour or two ago. And in case anybody's wondering what that hose is for, it goes to the defrosters for the windshield. So I got some red paint on it up in here. And that's the part you see is like right there. So I just put some flat black on that. I also put some flat black on the other stuff underneath that I didn't really mask off, but the only thing I did really tape off, if you could see, there's an emblem right here it's like a silver color. I just taped it off, and it's taped off still, so we'll be putting that back in probably another day or two once it's dry all the way. So anyway, after that, I went ahead and he started running wires inside. And I bought a gauge cluster, which I'll show you in a second, it's one of those 3 gauge clusters that has the temp sensor for the coolant, an oil pressure sensor, which is, I don't know if you can see it, right there, and then a amp gauge, which is pretty much all the stuff's inside. So let me tell you a look at what we did inside here. I did not mount the seats yet, and I'm glad I didn't, because it ended up being, it would have been a pain in the butt to do some of the stuff. So today, while I was at the auto parts store, damn it, this tripod. So anyways, let me see if I can get a quick view of that. The 3 gauge cluster right there. And we got that all wired up except for some of the, the amp gauge isn't wired up yet, and the main power, like for the lights and stuff. So all we have left inside here in the main area for the wiring to do is the gauge stuff, the dashboard connections, which is right here. Everything else is already ran. I did get a headlight switch. I got an ignition switch right there, which you can't really see. And that's all wired up. And we did get the steering column all wired up too, so all this stuff should work. All these signals and whatever should work. So we did that. Put a dimmer switch in there. Can't really see it, but it's right here. And I still have to take an old one out. It's like right in there area. I got to cut that out of there because I couldn't get the bolts out. I got to grind the heads off and get that out of there and put some kill mat in that square or rectangle. So we did that. While he was doing that, I was getting all these wires figuring out where they're gonna go. So we got all this stuff's gonna go on this side of the car, and then we also ran a bunch of wires over that way, which are gonna be obviously going to this side. So the next thing to do for under the hood is we got a couple of wires going to the coil, like the power side of the coil. We got this one, and I want to run the electric choke to the power side of the coil too, because it would be on switch power. And then we have a couple of wires going down to the starter for the main, you know, the power for the starter and the power for the ignition switch. And then these are, one's for I think a turn signal on the front headlight, and the other one is, I forget what. One thing I like about this wiring harness, they're all labeled really good. And one's for the horn, which I don't have a horn. Actually, I do have a horn somewhere. It's a small train horn that I got about 2 years ago for my truck and never put it on. I wanted a bigger one with an air tank, and this is, I just have a small one with like a two trumpet kind of deal. So I'm going to mount that if I could find it. I think it's in the house in my one bedroom. I'll mount that under here somewhere. I figured that'd be cool to have. So, but these wires here for the coil power, this is for the main, and then I'm going to run the, like I said, the electric choke to the coil switch. It'll be switch power to the coil. So do that. All the rest of the stuff that's hanging here is all headlight stuff. There's a few wires that go to the alternator, and that's about it. So there's a fan wire in here and some other stuff. It's all going to be in the front. So that's just kind of hanging out. I need to get something to put around these wires, I think, so I can route them a little bit nicer. And I also, while I was at the auto parts store today, I put a fuel filter on there. So we got a see-through. These are great. I really like these. I had these actually on all my bikes years ago. My Panhead, my BSA that I built, and a Triumph that I built all had those. I like them because you can see how dirty the filter is. You can see if you're getting fuel, whatever else. And I was also at the local parts store, and I picked up, which I didn't want to do it, but I picked up some cable for my main battery connection. So I got, this is about 7 foot of negative black cable, which I'm going to use for all my grounds. Got a couple battery connections. And then I got 25 feet of the red cable, which is the same as this. It's 4 gauge. We're going to be doing that. We do have one toggle switch, which I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, but I probably have to get at least one more. I want to run my fan on a toggle switch for the front here in the radiator, even though I'm running this fan here. But I also want an electric fan in case I need it. And also I have that heater box I want to run off a switch, a toggle switch. And I might do a toggle switch for something else. I forget what now. There was something else I wanted to get one for. So I have one. I might have to get another one. So yeah. So I got all this. I got to get more connectors for that. For them battery cables to hook to the other stuff, not just the battery itself, because I already have those. So there was something else. I don't remember what, but there was something else. Oh, we have a whole bundle of wires here we won't be using. Power antenna, stuff like that. So I put those off to the side because I'm not sure. I think we're gonna run these back in under the dash and maybe leave like, you know, a foot or two of them, tape them off on the ends or whatever, so that way we have the wire if we ever need to run it for something. But I'm not going to need any of these wires. I mean, these are all like the temp sender, oil sender, it's all ran off of their own thing going to those little pod gauges. And then I have a power antenna and something else. I forget what the other thing is, but it's something I'm not going to need. So this will be extra wiring we're going to have underneath the dash probably. Like I said, we'll cut it a little bit shorter so there's some to add on to if we ever need it for anything. But I shouldn't need it for what it's used for. So we'll have it though extra. And then, yeah. So that's that. Actually, the other day I got the tack. I drilled a hole in the column, or the cowl here, and got the tack wire ran. I put some black silicone around it. It's all tight, not loose. We ran the wiring inside. We got plenty of wire in there to run that. So that's something else we did, or I did the other day. There was something else I did, and I cannot remember what it is now. But I don't know, whatever it is, I'm sure it'll come to me at some point. But so basically, that's what we got going on right now. Mostly just trying to get this wiring done. Yeah, it's been pretty fun today. Like I said, he did a lot of the wiring. I do want to mount my accelerator pedal in the bottom down floor in the floor in there. Oh, the other thing I did get today, which I didn't hook up yet, I got to drill a hole, is the return spring for the carb. So I don't think I'm gonna hook it up, but I don't think I'm gonna need it as much as I thought, because my accelerator pedal I have that I bought is from Speedway. It's an aluminum one, and it has a spring built into that too. So, but I want to run one on the carb side just to be safe. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna pause you and I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'm gonna be about done for the day here. So, I'll pause you. We'll be right back. Okay, so real quick, before I go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to Mill Creek Fab Shop, who actually lives a couple doors down from me. If you guys remember, a while ago we were talking about that, and I didn't know he had a YouTube channel. In fact, I only knew him a little bit because he had got a package sent. It actually came here by mistake a few years ago, and over through I think Ironhead Garage and a couple other guys, and we started. And next thing you know, it's like, oh, I live on the same road as you. And next thing you know, he lives literally like a quarter mile down the road. So, anyways, check him out if you have not checked that channel out. Great guy. He's offered to come over here numerous times. It just seems like we can't really ever seem to get together because one of us has something going on. But anyway, any of you guys have been following me for a while know our buddy Bill, who does a lot. He donates a lot of stuff to a lot of channels, mostly gun channels, but he sent me a comment on a video recently and says, hey, you're going to be getting a package pretty soon, and you can use it either in your barn or in the man cave in the house. So I get it the other day. Actually, I made a video that day, but I didn't realize it was there yet. I found it later. So he sent me a couple old school like metal signs, which I actually have a bunch of metal signs, and I really like this one. So I'll show you guys what we got real quick. So he sent me this one. This is Rat Rod Garage. That's pretty cool. I like all of these. He sent me this one, which is cool. My garage, my rules. And then the last one was actually this. I think this is probably the coolest one because I like the old school advertisement stuff. Spark plug, dependable service spark plugs, 32 cents. Anyway, pretty cool. My buddy Bill, he's donated stuff to my gun channel back in the past. He donated some ammo. He's donated to pretty much all the gun channels that I know, the smaller ones anyway. Great guy. He actually donated, I think a set of knives for when I first started this channel, when it was a gun channel originally. He actually sent me a knife set, 2-knife set, I think, for a giveaway for when I hit 300 subscribers. So, great guy. He's always looking out for the YouTubers, guys, especially the small channels. So, yeah. So I'll be hanging those up probably over in here somewhere, I think, right around in there, maybe. I don't know. We're going to be hanging them up out here. And actually, I wouldn't mind getting some more of those. I have a bunch in the house that I already have hanging up that are automotive related, but I kind of like where they're at. So I might get some more to put up around just to maybe have some decoration. Actually, I was actually thinking, let me know in the comments. I got this whole wall right here, which is the outside wall from my reloading room, which is up there. And I wanted to decorate this wall. I was thinking about getting a bunch of old license plates, but those things that went up so much in value on like online to buy, it would cost me a lot of money to get all that space filled up. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that up there. I might just get some of these signs and start putting them up on this wall up here. If you guys are still watching me, just let me know in the comments or whatever. If you're still here, it's been a little bit yet. But yeah, so that's what we got going on right now. Like I said, we still got some more wires to run. We're probably a little over half done, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna try to work on this under the hood stuff this week, and the last thing will probably be in the trunk, which is only a few wires, just taillight wires, and I think one for the fuel gauge level, which I'm not sure if it'll work with my fuel gauge or not. That's in this thing originally. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you want, check out my gun channel. It's I'll put a link down in the description below with the title there. If you click on the title, it'll go to the description, and you can see all the links. So it'll be a link for the gun channel, the Facebook group, and the Instagram account. So that'll all be in there in links. You can click on them, whatever, check it out. And yeah. So like I said, check out Ironhead Garage. Thanks to Bill for the signs. And we'll see all you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.